All right, welcome everyone to our Thursday night Max Testimonial call at 9:30 p.m. We're going to get into it. My name is Dominic Vitale. I'm a Max Gold representative and associate with the company. Been with the company for many years. And I'm going to talk a little bit about our company, which is called Max International. But before I introduce the company, I want to say that for those of you that are looking at the screen, you'll see something that says significance of glutathione, the guardian of the cell. We're going to talk about this word glutathione, the master antioxidant in the cell, the master antioxidant, and the solution for boosting it within the cell, which is called ribosine. Those are the two words I'm going to cover tonight. But I'm going to share a couple other words as well. One is called toxicity, and another one is obesity. And I believe those are two epidemics in the world today which need to be addressed, and that's the kind of two topics I want to get into today. So welcome everyone to the Business of the Future. The name of our company is called Max International, based out of Salt Lake City. They've been in business for 12 years now, and over 17 countries around the world. We are a scientific research company, and this is really our flagship scientific breakthrough called ribosine. And you know, it's quite tremendous what this natural substance can do. We call it a delivery technology, medical breakthrough. There's lots of words you can use to describe it. For me, I worked at the Ministry of Health for about 17 years here in Toronto, Canada, mostly in the Peel region, Mississauga and Brampton, including Trillium, even up at the William Osler Health Center in Brampton. And global wellness industry. And that's been 10 plus years now. I've been in the global wellness industry, and I love it. It's exciting because it's huge. It's grown into a $3.4 trillion industry around the world, which is 3 times larger than the pharmaceutical industry, which is about 1.1 trillion right now. And so that should excite some people who are hearing that statistic for the first time, that the global wellness industry, in my opinion, has a completely different focus. We're not here, at least what I learned when 7 years when I was working with all the doctors and nurses in the hospital environment, in our medical community. I learned that, our medical system mostly works at treating sickness and disease. But what I love about the global wellness industry, it really is not about treating any kind of sickness or disease. It's about helping people live longer, better, feel better, look younger. And this is really the focus of what we're all about is, we want, in fact, our logo is look, feel, and live to the max. The solution we're looking at right now took 25 years of research, 38 patents and pending, and it's the most advanced glutathione technology. Ribosine. Why is that so significant? It's because it can boost your glutathione level, master antioxidant, by 300%, and there, it's the most effective and efficient way of doing it. And this is an antioxidant which is produced naturally by every cell of the body. It's the world's most powerful antioxidant, most efficient detoxifier, strengthens the immune system, reduces cellular inflammation, and protects against oxidative stress. So what brought our company together, all our doctors, research, before they were going to spend millions of dollars on composition patents and getting approved by Health Canada and many other countries around the world, is they, and the answer is yes. We can help people to live longer and live stronger and have more energy and feel better by boosting their glutathione level. And what is the issue with toxicity? Is that we have over 80,000 chemicals in our air, water, and food, over 200 foreign chemicals found in the human blood, and unprecedented levels of stress, poor diets, and lack of energy, fatigue, and joint issues. I did a little, let me just give you the definition of this little research I did on the word toxicity. It's the definition is the quality of being toxic or poisonous. And a lot of people may or may not know this, but when your body is too acidic or you have too many toxins in your cells in your body, that means you're way too toxic, and that's not good for the any organ of the body. Should be, we need to have a solution to remove those toxins and detoxify our body. Other analogy I give is like getting your oil change when you take your car into the mechanic or the dealership. You want to get your oil change regularly, so that any dirt and debris, and instead of having that dark looking oil which needs to be replaced with cleaner, fresh new oil. Same thing with our body. We should be detoxifying on a regular basis, and that's the power of ribosine. Ribosine is the most powerful detoxifier we've ever come across, because it can deliver the amino acid called L-cysteine into the cell by being protected through the digestive tract by something called D-ribose, and then it allows the cell to manufacture more of its own glutathione. And we'll hear more about that in a few minutes. But the other analogy I want to give you today is that we have three basic essentials for life: air, water, and food. Most people would agree that those are three basic essentials: air, water, and food. And my question to everyone is, does our air, water, and food contain toxins in them? And the answer is yes. This is why some people look for ways of, getting an air purifier just to clean the indoor home, which Environmental Protection Agency says that, indoor air quality is the cause of a lot of various sickness and diseases. But we're not going to focus on that today. I'm just saying, is why do people go try to get an air purifier or water air purifiers? And why does our food contain toxins in it, like preservatives and different things? It's because that's just the kind of world we live in. It's very toxic all around. And even most of our household products, like shampoos, conditioners, soap, like it's amazing how many toxins are in all of our household products. I shared before that my daughter has an app on her phone, or her iPad, I guess you call it, and she can look up any product you buy at any of our, famous drugstore chains here, and it could just be like a simple. I have what I'm holding in my hand here, something called Dove Fresh. It's supposed to be. It looks like some kind of a nice-looking natural soap, but when she ran it through the app, it says it's 8 out of 10 level toxicity. So all these things are packaged very nice. They look good, and we put them on our hair, skin, nails, cosmetics, makeup, all sorts of things we put on ourselves. And not only that, everything we're ingesting every day, we're adding more and more toxins into the body. So I found a fourth basic essential for life, and that is called ribosine, which you saw on the previous screen. And I'm going to go back there just to show you the power of this. This is the only thing I found that can actually solve the issue, which it not only does it not contain any toxins, but it actually helps to remove the toxins at the intracellular level. And that's what you want. You want to boost your glutathione level by using ribosine, which will then detoxify the body properly. So that's all I had to share on why toxicity is a huge epidemic in our world today, and the solution for it is ribosine. Secondly, by knowing that, we can help so many people with this global financial crisis, because people want to work from home or have multiple streams of income, and or what I call residual income. And this is what can happen through this opportunity tonight, is by helping people improve their health and solve a problem. That's what entrepreneurs get paid for, or get rewarded for, if that's the way you want to look at it, is providing solutions that the world needs, and that can solve this poverty levels, high unemployment, and loss of opportunities. So ribosine is something you should never forget. I'm sure Dr. Carr will come on and give a testimony in just a few minutes, and I know what he's told me many times: never say no until you look at the science of ribosine, and you'll see why so many doctors and research scientists have come on board on what we're doing. So why is our body so toxic, and why do we have a depletion of glutathione? There's many reasons, but number one, pollution, drugs, stress, aging, radiation, poor diet, injuries, infection, buildup of free radicals, oxidative stress, and all this, even the buildup of toxins, is putting a demand on the glutathione in our liver, but not only the liver, every single organ of our body, including our brain, our heart, our lungs, our respiratory system, our immune system, every part of the body is, when the glutathione level is depleted, your body, your organs cannot function the way you're supposed to function. And this is why, going back to the air, water, and food analogy, everyone thinks those three things are required to live. But I'm saying today that the only thing that can really help you survive in this toxic world is ribosine and glutathione. So those are very, very important words tonight to remember if this is the first time you're hearing this, because this is what our cells look like. We're made up of trillions of cells. In the human body, our vitality is a reflection of our cellular health. So if your cells are healthy, you will be healthy. A healthy cell will look nice and round. It has more of a clear look inside, but when it's damaged, you'll see things on the outside. I'll show you, I'll send some information in our WhatsApp group on what, comparison of before and after when your body has been detoxified properly. Here we see too many cells sticking together. That means too many toxins. You need to detoxify using ribosine and glutathione here. So we create 40 billion new cells every single day, and every one of them needs glutathione. I'm going to go to our Cellgevity list of ingredients. Even though we talked a lot about ribosine, we have 12 other supporting herbal ingredients. And these are branded ingredients, which means they're not just average, ordinary. These are the highest level of ingredients of like aloe vera, resveratrol, broccoli seed extract, alpha lipoic acid, turmeric root extract, grapeseed extract, quercetin, milk thistle, vitamin C, selenium, cordyceps, and black pepper. All these are synergized together because of the black pepper, but again, that high level manufacturing process, high potency and high absorption level is what is the difference between a branded ingredient and just regular ingredients you might buy off the shelf in a store. So we like to always make sure we have the highest level of ingredients and come out with the most excellent dietary supplements on the market today. So I'm going to ask Dr. Carl to just quickly share how has ribosine and this specific Cellgevity changed your life so far from your research. Dr. Carl, can you press *6 and join us on the call tonight?
Yes, President. I'm going to come here. And thanks for having me on. You're doing a fantastic job. Yes, my testimony is very straightforward. I like to tell it. I know some people heard it before, but for the new people who haven't heard it before, I had a serious challenge with inflammation in my knee, and that inflammation actually slowed me down. And put on lots of weight, pain every day, and the only thing you can think about is that what's going on with my body, and I'm supposed to know better because I've been working in the field of health for nearly 40 years at the time and knew nothing about glutathione. Anyhow, as I was introduced to it and started to take it, about 3 weeks into that, taking it, I noticed the pain was gone, swelling was gone, and I started to walk, work out, run. And this has been over a year right now, and the pain never came back. So that's my testimony. So for me, ribosine technology actually worked for me. That's my testimony, Pastor Tommy.
Thank you, Dr. Carl. It's amazing that, I don't know if you said 30 or 40 years experience in the global wellness industry, and it was only last year when we discovered the power of ribosine and glutathione. So isn't that amazing that, the more you research and the more you keep searching, you'll find just tremendous things which, everyone really needs to know about. And even to me, when I'm amazed that when I was in the Ministry of Health working for all those years, no one ever mentioned this word once. In 7 years at the Ministry of Health, can you imagine? Worked in 3 hospitals and even at Yorkville, downtown Toronto, Bain Bloor, right at one of the head offices for the Ministry of Health, where I worked on bringing all the database together of 43 what are called community care access centers from all across Ontario into a central database computer system. And not once did anyone ever talk about or mention this. And that's when I realized the global wellness industry is a completely different focus than the medical community. And they both have their parts to play, but I'm now more focused and excited about what we have here. You can see benefits strengthening the immune system, detoxifying the liver and the cells, improves mental focus and clarity, which is great, improves quality of sleep, reduces the effects of stress, improves the skin, enhances athletic performance. And that's why we have, Chuck Norris and many other figures in the athletic community from the past have promoted this. Even Chris Mullin, NBA Hall of Famer, and boxers, soccer players, NFL football players. We have so many different athletes from different disciplines. And then finally, over 150,000 studies on glutathione in PubMed, which is validation. And that's what I love, is we have so much scientific validation, including Health Canada approval, NSF approval, and BSCG approval. So that's why everyone should really get on this ribosine technology and see how it's changing the world and changing many of our lives. And again, aging, as we age, our glutathione levels are dropping, and as they drop to, what I call dangerous levels, is when your body starts to feel aches and pains. And I always tell people that's a sign that you should have taken your car into the mechanic many months ago to get the oil change. You should not wait until that stage. But again, this is a learning process that now we know the truth. And once you know the truth, you'll take care of your body properly and keep it maintained with the right levels of glutathione through ribosine. I want to talk about one more important thing today, which is something called MetaSwitch. And that's why the second word before, I think Monica's on the line with us today. Welcome, Monica. Before I call you on for your testimony, if you're okay to share, the word that came to me today or yesterday was obesity. And it's something I never talked about before. And I thought to myself, you know what? We've had this amazing breakthrough called MetaSwitch, and it can help so many people. And I just don't know why I didn't really focus on it as much as I should. So these are the only two things I'm going to focus on tonight, is Cellgevity and MetaSwitch, and they're both powered by ribosine. You see that right there. And let me give you the definition of obesity. It's a complex chronic disease in which abnormal or excess body fat impairs health and increases the risk of long-term medical complications and reduces lifespan. Wow. When I read that, I thought, many people know this, but I thought this is a huge epidemic, because when I was doing some studies, it says over 2 million adults in Canada are having issues with obesity. That's a huge part of the population. And it says it has increased threefold in the last 20 to 30 years. And that's significant. Can you imagine that, it's become a big issue? And a lot of this is measured by what's called BMI, body mass index. And, many people, if your BMI is in the range of 20 to 25, that might be normal. It depends on factors like your age, height, and weight, of course. But when you get into what's called the obesity level, it's usually, there's three classes according to the BMI chart I was looking at just today. Between 30 and 35, BMI is class 1, 35 to 40 is class 2, and then 40 plus class 3. And maybe some people might say, well, that doesn't really apply to me, but I feel there's a huge part of the population that might not be dealing with obesity necessarily, but I can tell you that almost everyone is overweight. That's just my experience from what I've seen, because most people are somewhere in this range of maybe 25 to 30, so it might not be considered obese, but it's considered still overweight, which is not healthy for you. And I feel this is a huge industry. Many people want to know how to effectively lose weight in a healthy way. And when I've seen so many testimonies recently come out with our MetaSwitch, I thought we have to give this the proper focus and attention it deserves. Let me put it that way. So I don't know if you heard all that, or sorry, if Monica, if you're on the line, are you okay to share testimony on how this has helped you? And then if anyone else has others, we can bring them on. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
No problem. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. Carl. I just wanted to say that I started taking MetaSwitch last year. At first, I was taking Cellgevity for about 4 to 5 months. And why that's important is that the Cellgevity really helped me to get my energy levels up and helped me with the inflammation of my body so that I could start to incorporate an exercise plan. And shortly after that 5 months, I started MetaSwitch. And when I incorporated the MetaSwitch, I was able to lose over 50 pounds. And like everyone else right now during this pandemic, some of us are gaining some weight because we're home and we weren't able to go out too much. So I have now restarted the MetaSwitch. So I was on MetaSwitch for about 4 to 5 months last year. and I was able to get that weight off. And then I stopped taking it for a bit because I was on ATP, Enfuse, and Cellgevity. And now since March and April, I started the MetaSwitch again because I could see that, you know, especially when you start to get into certain ages, 35, 40, and above, some of that weight is not so easy to lose. So I want to be proactive. And if you're someone right now who is experiencing that weight gain and you're kind of looking at it, and I think what Pastor Dominic said was so important about the BMIs and saying the word obesity. We have to call it what it is. It's no longer being big boned. It's not, oh, I just, you know, put on, I'm a little chubby. Obesity can be debilitating. It can become a disability. And we have to be very careful that we don't fall into that. So with MetaSwitch, you have a solution that will help kickstart your, you know, what you need in order to lose that weight. And the best thing is that it helps to improve your nutrition and your fitness and your overall well-being. It's stimulant free. And that's what I really enjoy, is the fact that it didn't create that. Some people, I'm not a person whoever took diet pills and things like that. I did something once called Hoodia, and I did not like how I felt on that. But with MetaSwitch, it helps. It has ribosine in it as well. So that's the only weight management supplement that has ribosine. There's no other weight management supplement that has ribosine in it like MetaSwitch. So that was really complementary to my Cellgevity, and it really helped to promote the glutathione production. Has antioxidant support, and it's really helping to get your metabolism working at an optimum level. So I would suggest anybody who's experienced any kind of weight issues or want to kickstart something that's going to help with their cravings. I used to have sugary, salty cravings, eating late at night. I wasn't able to control that. I had rapid weight gain last April, and I'm so thankful that I was able to get that weight off because this pandemic hit, and I could see those pounds kind of creeping on again. But now with the MetaSwitch, I've been able to control it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Monica. That's a great testimony as usual, and I'm so glad that we covered these two today. Cellgevity and MetaSwitch powered by ribosine, because that's really the science behind all of our ribosine supplements, and it's very important for everyone to study that and understand it properly. But I feel we have two great solutions here, and I just started on it this week, so that's why I'm excited about the MetaSwitch. I want to really give it the proper, you know, time it needs, which is 3-month program, but some people stay on it for 3 to 6 months to get their full the results they're looking for, because it does help to reset the metabolism in a healthy and effective way. So that's really all I had to share tonight for the testimonies. We're going to get more into the full presentation on Saturday at 2 p.m., followed by Dr. Carl's training on Saturday. So join us again. I'm going to end the recording here so we can just open up the last few minutes if there's any questions tonight. Thank you all for joining us.